deep ethnographical and historical bonds link us to our southern neighbors, and I am pleased to ask Gita Sapranauskaitė, the director of Lithuanian Ethnographical Museum. The speaker was speaking in Lithuanian.
Viņa ir Vilnius.
She has obtained an MA in history at Vilnius University. She's been the member of Ethnical Cultural Committee of the Seima of the Lithuanian Parliament. She works at the Museum Academy. She develops projects, develops training, evaluation of cultural heritage, promotes new skills and inclusive training for social development. And she will speak about the involvement and attraction of new visitors to the museums.
First of all, I would like to thank for your invitation, and it's a really big pleasure, and it's really very great to be together with you and to celebrate a huge anniversary, 100 years. In my presentation, I want to share with experience of recent years related to attracting and engaging visitor groups. But first of all, I would like to say some words to introduction of our museum. Okay. So, the museum is, you see, established in 1966, and I should state that the Lithuanian Open-Air Museum is the youngest brother in the family of Baltic open-air museums. This is certainly not a disappointing fact for us, because we see a perspective looking at your museums. This year, in June, we will celebrate our 50 years anniversary of opening of the museum exposition to visitors. This year, we are focusing especially on our visitors through regulation activities and other forms of activity. We should check of really what we are talking about open space, our museum for visitors, for everybody, for everyone. It really works. It's very important to us to term open museums. It means openness to visitors. You see, our museum is a huge area, and museum is located in between two big cities, but outside cities, and it's really hard work for us to invite visitors to come special to visit our museum. Yes, we have nice area, huge area, but it's some problems. The museum's exposition make a whole exposition make 155 buildings, mostly examples of traditional wooden architecture, over 50 interior exhibits and extra places for permanent, for contemporary exhibitions. Just visiting it poses quite a challenge for visitors, both physically and mentally. This can leave the impression of the existing visiting for a long time. Our goal is to create services and invite visitors in a such way that he doesn't not associate such emotions and experiences as exhausting and boring with our museum, and what we do for it. First of all, we try to invite visitors, so to say, personally, saying what they can explore and to see and to do in our museum. in all time, in all 4 seasons, and during the special days. It's you see, our exhibition belongs a lot of different departments, and it's important the number of visitors, and the goal or results of our last years, it's 100,000 until 150,000 people for every year. We reached the figures for 2019, it's mean before COVID, and this figure slightly increased despite the geopolitical situation now in the world. It's related to war in Ukraine. But it's caused, as our colleagues in Estonia, as I think in Latvia as well, caused, and we lost about 80% of visitors of tourist group from foreign countries. And the number of visitors is not disappointing, but certainly not what we are focused on. We use social networks for active communication with visitors, and so we growing a community of our regular museum visitors. You can look at a slide, and we are really very active with a social network. And during last years, you see, we exceeded really a high % of our followers. Now it's an example only from Facebook, but we are working on Instagram, not so intensively. We are working on YouTube, and we're using our channels, and we are looking for, so to say, cheap ways how to reach our visitors and tell for you special messages all time, and very, I should say, very intensively. Sometimes some colleagues, especially says that we are working like social media. It seems 4 days goes for 3 messages per day. It's really very, very intensive. And you see, it's, for example, it was the message post on Facebook about Free King's Day, okay, and it was 600,000 views. Our certain thing is. We are thinking that we actors in the market competing with our institutions to provide culture service and concentrate on knowing, attracting and engaging various group of visitors. And this balance, and it's really a huge challenge to find a balance between educational and entertaining content, between collection, research material and its actualization for groups and visitors. And what we are doing, it's ordinary work, museum events, a free visit last month of month, family card, we are partners and social partners, project and implementations. Because I see it's a lack of time, I should go and not to stay for a long time for programs. Our programs, the main events, the biggest events in our museum, you should see. It invites special groups of the visitors each event has fans, I should say, and the projects, what we have ran during 2 last years. This project was dedicated to reach the visitors outside the museum. We created a tent with exhibition, and we went through the country, visited 10 places in Lithuania and then 2 places in Norway. There is strong Lithuanian communities. And our partners and a lot of activities. It was really a very successful project for us. Second project, it's for a specific group for what is implemented in this year. It's with a target group people for this. A lot of things created and this project this make for us also a lot of possibilities to reach new groups, our visitors. Second one, and one more, it's a project about training courses for craftsmen and who like to learn how to make. And to the end, 2 controversial projects: Popular Music Festival Granatos Live, it runs in the museum almost for 10 years, and Light Festival during the autumn. In this year started on 4th of November and ended even this weekend. And why it's important for us, this festivals, you see, we think, we hope that we inviting the peoples who are coming for those festivals, they are not are open to visit first of all our museum. And that's a group of the youngest persons who really are not in the topic as how to go and to visit museums in general. And we think then it works. We think so. It works. You can see the comments and survey from 2019 about the people from Granatos Live. It's the popular music festival. And we will see what happened. We have a new positive, immersive experience, create an emotional connection with museums, visitors, growing the circle of regular visitors. It's a main strategic thing for us. Thank you.
Ačiū. Thank you for the really interesting also insight in the Lithuanian Museum. It was really nice to revisit also the memories of being there. Vai kādi jautājumi klātsošiem?
Do you have any questions?
Es gribēju pajautāt, kad
I would like to ask, when you have a festival, do the youngsters not spoil your exhibits? Don't they damage the site? And if you have pedagogical programs, which one is the most popular one?
When there's the festival, of course, there are many youngsters. And aren't they destroying anything in the museum? Yes. And the second, yeah.
Yes, once in 2017, it was really a hard accident. It was a fire. And we lost 2 buildings. But it's not depend on the young people, I should say. And for young people, this lesson, it was hard. I remember what they are talking. One girl, she was volunteering on this festival, and she was crying and saying, "What happened? It's from my side. I am coming from Mineral Lithuania. It's from Šilutė. And it was born fire captured even those two buildings. And our people, our young peoples, when we are talking with volunteers, it's a huge scope. And with young people, it's no special, our so to say, damages or something else. Only small, of course. Sometimes fences, for example.
And the second question, you have, of course, many museum pedagogical programs in the museum. Which is the most popular one?
Educational programs. Yes. Educational programs, it's mostly popular now, what is involve people to act. The people are coming, the groups are coming and saying that we don't want to hear long tales or long lessons. We want to explore in our ways. So with culinary, it's a topic, food, and topic is games different. We have orientation games, for example, find out the smuggler. Yes, like that. We have a room for escape room as well. It's called Escape from Recruits. It's a historical game, and it's implemented in one of the living houses. So.
Thank you. And paldies Lietuvas Ethnographiskā brīvības.
Thank you, Gita Sapranauskaitė. There's one more question. Thank you.
Museum around the year, are they made by the museum people, or you cooperate also with other groups in organizing these celebrations, I mean folk celebrations, and if so, what are those groups? Thank you.
Excuse me, are you talking about festival?
Like
lights?
Rasos Švente and so on, about the folk celebrations. Are they organized by the museum people only, or you also cooperate with other folk groups? And if so, who are those? Ačiū.
We are organizers for those events. Our people are involved, I should say, 100% to make these events. But actually, we lack of musicians. We are singing, some of us, and can play, but it's not enough. For example, for Shrove Tuesday, what is coming. And then we are inviting usually the groups, folk groups. For example, now, as far now, 12 or 14 groups are coming. We inviting volunteers. I didn't talk about it, but in general, first of all, working our colleagues, and they are very professional, I think. Thank you.
Thank you.